Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my garden. I decided to sneak on out here this evening and do this video. So I do have the giveaway winner announcement in this video, and I kind of wanted to chit chat as a segue into a video that I wanted to do for you, and that was food ingredients. So if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Tori. I make videos all about being prepared and how that looks for a family of 5 on a budget. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely hit the subscribe button and let's get right into it. So you'll have to forgive me, I'm still working with my dark eye here. If you did not know, my 1-year-old is very strong and dropped a Hess truck on my face, so it really hurt for a little bit there. I yelped, even had a tear shed, but we're getting over it, and you know, no amount of makeup is covering this puffiness up, so dealing with that right now. I wanted to focus on wellness and this journey that I've been on. So I get questions all the time about what I did to swap out some things in my life just to make my life a little easier, a little healthier, a little more prepared, a little bit more budget friendly, and I promised I would deep dive into what I did to do that. So my first thing that I did was start reading my food ingredients, and that was the segue to the next video. I would love for you to drop in the comments some common things that you get at the grocery store that I would buy in a different way. So it could be something like milk or bread, it could be meat, and I would love to, we're doing fireworks still apparently. I would love to know, you know, what you're buying in the grocery store so I can look into it for you, and then what I would buy alternatively, if that makes sense. If you're already reading your ingredients and you're on this wellness kick with me, probably not the time to be dropping comments. I want to focus on some items that people typically buy. So again, let's keep it simple. You know, your basic produce, your cheeses, your milks, your breads, your meats, and things like that. That way I can get a better grasp on the video and what I need to focus on. I was hoping for maybe 10 to 20 items that you typically buy in the grocery store that you're looking to swap out. So in today's video, I wanted to focus on some things that I did to make this lifestyle change, and that's exactly what it is. But I have to make disclaimers before I give this information, because you know someone's going to come in here like a bat out of hell and tell me how wrong I am about everything. That's the internet, you know, and I value everybody's opinion, and I value that we all have different opinions. I think it's wonderful. If we all thought the same, we would have a very strange society, and I truly believe that this divide that they're creating is intentional. We've talked about that before. It's okay to have differing opinions. I have many friends that have different political beliefs, different religious beliefs, and different wellness beliefs, you know, and that's okay. Again, I think this divide is extremely unhealthy, and I feel like we're stepping backwards in time, you know, and we're just not getting along in the way that we should. So if you have kindness in your heart, please comment if you're struggling with that, you know, because I am an empathetic person, and when someone's telling me how wrong I am from an angry emotional standpoint, or they're not really educated on the subject of wellness, I get super stressed out. I get angry, and I don't like that my brain immediately wants to fight back, and I think it's unhealthy. So I've been trying to work on that, but I will say that these wellness swaps work for me, and we are 80-20, you know. I started doing a deep dive into things, and then I started to swap items out in my life, and I waited to see if I saw a difference, and I did, you know, 9 times out of 10, and then that in turn changed my mind. You know, I had to do an experiment on myself. So that is where I come from. I don't have any specialty degrees. I don't have any information that's not available to you, and I don't think you need to, honestly, at this point, especially when it comes to your health and wellness. You really have to do what makes you feel best. So number 1 on the list was read the ingredients, and again, that will be in the next video once I gather what people want to swap out in the grocery store. So read your ingredients, figure out if those ingredients are good for you. A lot of the times those grocery store ingredients aren't going to be the best, and to be honest with you, you can have any diet, lifestyle, whatever. The one thing we have in common is processed foods. They're awful for you, you know, and shopping locally from your local farms or living in a way that you can garden and be more sustainable honestly is the best way to be sustainable. It's not veganism, it's not being a carnivore. You know, shopping local is going to be the most sustainable way to live your life. And I know I'm going to get some kickback from that one, but I've come from a plant-based standpoint. I've come from, you know, the standard American diet. I come from many different ways of eating. Honestly, I think I've tried it all at this point. So I feel like we can all coexist together without being mean to one another, but I'm always going to get that comment that I should go plant-based. But if you're new, I'm here to tell you I did that for a majority of my life and my health deteriorated. So I decided to approach food in a different way, and now I feel great. So that is why I eat the way that I eat. So moving on from reading your ingredients and shopping locally, we are going into a wellness routine that has really helped me, and the mosquitoes are coming out, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have to take this inside, but I'm trying my best to kind of hurry up here. So the first thing I do when I wake up is not look at my phone. I of course hug and kiss all of my kids, but we go directly outside. We get sun on our face for at least 10 minutes and we let all that sun soak into us. If you didn't know, we do not use any type of shield for the sun. I actually don't use sunglasses, and you know, we've learned our way around the sun. I feel like a lot of people have to do what works for them, and this isn't going to work for everyone. I feel comfortable being exposed to the sun because of my diet. I took out seed oils. I make sure that I eat a raw carrot a day. That gives us some beta carotene, and you know, I take care of our health and wellness, and I feel like exposing ourselves to the sun at the right parts of the day really does help us. So my kids and I, you know, we're outside 90% of our day, and we really try and be intentional with the way that our bodies are put into the sun. But getting that balance in there, getting my cortisol levels all checked out really helped when it came to exposing my skin to the sun. I feel like that cured me, and I know that is going to sound strange to some, but I promise you it really did help. And you know, I quit my full-time job. I resigned, I think it's 2 years ago now, and I stopped that fast-paced lifestyle. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was sinking, and I just could not figure out a way to get the routine in check. I always felt like I was in a rush. So living this simple life, coming back to the home and homesteading has really been phenomenal for my mental health and for our family. Being a stay-at-home mom is no easy feat, but you know, we learn to work with each other, and it works for us. And it's definitely a sacrifice and a full-time job in itself, if not more. I feel like I put a lot more effort into being home and taking care of our home and my family a lot more than I did with my job. So I feel like having those slow, intentional morning routines has really helped me. But if you can just do some simple swaps and you work a full-time job, it could help you too. So first thing I do is ground, barefoot on the ground. Like I said, I get sun on my skin. And then the next thing I do is get 30 grams of protein before I do any sort of coffee or anything like that. While I'm getting together my 30 grams of protein, typically for me that looks like some eggs that I've prepped beforehand. I usually do cottage cheese, and I usually do some sort of game meat like bison or buffalo or elk, and that is all prepared. And while I'm preparing that, I always get 16 ounces of filtered water, and I do a splash of lemon juice, and I do some Celtic salt or some sea salt. There's a big debate out there in this world right now if Celtic salt is not the best for you, and I encourage you to look at the source that's telling you that. I said a couple videos back that I wouldn't comment on it, but I feel pretty confident now. I'm going to stick with my Celtic salt, but it's cool if you have switched, and that is something that's going on in the wellness world right now. We just grab onto a piece of information and run with it, and honestly, it can stress you out. This lifestyle change can stress you out. Starting to unlearn everything that you were taught can be extremely stressful, and I've reached the point where I'm not stressed out about it anymore. I know what I know, and I can't unknow it. I, at this point, am angry, which I feel like probably isn't any healthier, but I'm angry that there are companies out there that care more about money than the health of the American people. And I feel like a lot of us are at that point, and maybe someday I will get to the point where my emotions are kind of in check when it comes to wellness and what what I had to do to get to this point. So I will say that if you are feeling stressed out about all of these lifestyle changes, I promise you it gets easier, but I would rather have this knowledge than not know anything. So after those 30 grams of protein, I try and move my body for at least 30 minutes. I have gone to a functional medicine doctor, I've gone to many naturopaths, and all of my levels are finally checking out. Of course, I have been postpartum 3 times in the last 5 years, so hormonally as a female, things can get a little wacky, but I am happy to say that I am back on track, and I contribute that to my diet. I don't do any strenuous workouts. When I say I move my body for 30 minutes, it is playing with the kids. It could be walking up and down the stairs. It could be going for a stroller walk with the kids or running around. It could be gardening, doing some simple chore, or it could be weightlifting. I have these 10-pound weights, and sometimes I, move around and do weighted Pilates, and that honestly is the extent of me working out. I find that being in this constant movement that my personality and mind makes me do, I just can't sit still. It works for me. So you have to find balance. You have to find what works for you. But having that sun on my skin, and then the 30 grams of protein, that adrenal cocktail, and that movement really gets my day started in the way that I need it to be. And then from there, I start taking my supplements. I'm going to briefly touch on it because I talk about my supplements all the time, and I am in no way, shape, or form telling you that this will absolutely work for you, but these supplements have changed my life. I am more for getting every nutrient that we need from our food, but like I said, when you start doing this deep dive into our food, you might find out that it's not readily available. You could eat the healthiest, you can move your body, but sometimes our body is lacking, and I feel like these supplements have helped me. So no, I don't know if I will take these for the rest of my life. I never know if environmental factors are really playing a role in these illnesses that we have. So I encourage you to look at your water source, look at your food source, look at your air, your soil, because it's all being contaminated with toxins. And it's not just one toxin, there are a lot of things out there. And I've talked about issues with our water. There's heavy metals in there, there's parasites, there's terrible chemicals, there's disease. Fluoride's a big issue in my area, and if you can find a way to detox daily from those things, I feel like you're gonna start feeling better like I did. So the first thing I started supplementing was chlorella, and I talk about that quite often, but it's phenomenal. It doesn't taste the best, but it is relatively inexpensive. I get this vitamin from Perfect Supplements, and if you get 3 items, you get a discount, and then you can also stack my code Tori10 and get more off. So I really love this company. They are amazing. Customer service is top notch. Their ingredients are awesome. They test for glyphosate, and they're non-GMO. So you really can't go wrong here. They have a ton of different supplements that can offer a wide range of support for any unique situation. So the other item that I take from them is the mushroom immunity, and that has reishi, turkey tail, and chaga, and that is our help when it comes to illness. Do we still get sick? Absolutely, but it is really helpful to take that daily and just get my immune boost, because my immune system has been weakened, and I feel like all of ours has, especially in the last couple of years, but anything I can do to support that, I do. So mushroom immunity is my second vitamin that I take, and then the third is going to be beef liver, and that is relatively new to me, obviously, because I was plant-based, so I can't really stomach just eating beef liver. Maybe someday I can, but I take it in the capsule form, and it's grass-fed, grass-finished cows, and I feel great. It gives me energy, it gives me my B vitamins, and it gives me some minerals that I wasn't getting from my food. So beef liver has really helped me. It's also grown my hair. My hair has never been this long in literally my entire life, so I feel like that has really helped with that as well. And my skin, again. Not right now, but my skin has really snapped back after this pregnancy, which is amazing to me because I was really just looking forward to looking like a bridge troll. And I know there's a lot of vanity in those sentences of what I just said, but I feel like looking nice is something that's important to me, and sometimes it's not for everyone. But beef liver helps with, glowing skin, hair, and so many other things because you're getting those nutrients and you're getting those minerals in check. So that's the third thing I take from Perfect Supplements, but I've taken other things. So if you have questions about them, let me know in the comments or just email me. And then the second set of supplements I take are from Amari. So I talk about them a lot. I'm an affiliate for Amari. So I talk about their product that I buy with my own money, and then I get a commission. And the great thing about both of these companies are you don't need a following. You can do this too. So you could work with a team, create a team and create money in that way. I think there's more money in doing it that way, and that would be multi-level marketing. You could go that route if you want, but it's just not for me. It never really has been that business model, but I'm not hating on anyone that does do it in that way because I think it's incredible and it takes, a lot of hard work. So if you wanted to be an affiliate, you can, or you could build the team. But just to clear the air, I am an affiliate. So when I talk about a product, I get a commission from it. I think it's the smartest way to do business if you are in the line of work that I'm in. So I will drop all of those discount links in the description box. They're always there to find though. So Amari supplements, I take their probiotic, postbiotic, phytobiotic combination, and they call it Happy Juice. A lot of people are turned off by that name, myself included. So I call it a Momma mocktail. Some people are turned off by that. So just call it probiotics or call it nothing. I don't care. But, it comes in a variety of flavors. They have watermelon, they have grape, and they have mango. Mango also has lion's mane mushroom in it, and citicoline is also caffeinated, but it is the cheapest Happy Juice, and that really helps me. I have some undiagnosed issues when it comes to focus and attention, and that citicoline and that lion's mane has really helped me in this state of overstimulation that seems to happen in my motherhood journey every single time. And I don't know if it will ever really go away. That's just the season that I'm in right now. But a lot of times I would get overstimulated, overwhelmed, and that would present itself in rage. And I felt very ashamed of myself not being able to work through that emotion, because a lot of parenting is parenting yourself, trying not to react or trying to react in a healthy way to stressful situations. I am trying to be a good role model for my kids, and oftentimes still to this day I have, not outbursts, but I have the wrong reaction and I have to go back and apologize. And I've never really been very good at that, but I have to apologize, not redirect, but assess the situation and say, hey, I didn't react to that in the correct way. And I feel like that journey in itself has been really aided with this Happy Juice. And I've talked about how it's life-changing for me, but it also has healed my gut, and I needed a little extra assistance when it came to emotions. If you did not know, we are moving back to Pennsylvania, our home state. Our entire family is out there, and we're here in Colorado. We don't really know anyone. We've made friends along the way, of course, but they have their own lives. So I got a little bit lonely here. My husband's in law enforcement, so he's not always here, and I was getting deeper and deeper into this hole of darkness, and I realized it wasn't postpartum anymore. It was myself, and I just didn't want my kids to see me like that anymore. So I started taking their Mood Plus supplement, and those are some herbs and flowers, and they call it Nature's SSRI. I don't know if I'm going to get flagged for that, but it's been incredible because every doctor that I saw said that I needed to go on a pharmaceutical, and I just wasn't comfortable with that, especially being, the caregiver for these children. I didn't want it to change my personality. I also wanted to be able to go about my day-to-day without having a fear of falling asleep or having an emotional outburst. So I wanted to approach it naturally with herbs. And I do get a lot of questions. You love to garden, why wouldn't you grow these herbs to assist with your mood or your health? And I do as much as I can, but I am in a different climate, and the herbs that are in Mood Plus and that are in these Amari products and these perfect supplement products are not something that I can grow, or financially I can't grow it because sometimes it's super expensive. So yes, that is my backstory, and that's, you know, the fourth routine that I started doing in my morning was taking those supplements. And then I start in my fifth step of the morning to get some work done. If you didn't know, I make content. That is my job, and I try my best to do it in a authentic and genuine way, but I also try and treat it like a business. So I like to sit down, I like to edit videos, I like to respond to comments, but I don't want to be on my phone all day. That's not the motherhood journey I want to go on. I'm very fortunate that I have this ability to make an income, but it's taken a long time. You know, I've worked on this for, you know, close to 7 years, just trying to get this going. And I will say it's been a struggle, even lately, just trying to keep you know, the spark alive, I guess. And I said in the last video, I keep coming back because these connections that I have with a lot of you are really important to me. They're valuable and they do really brighten my day. So I'm gonna continue on that journey. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm just dialing back some different parts of content creation. So yes, I am on YouTube and I'm on Instagram. So moral of that story, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there. I don't really pick up my phone screens until I get to that fifth step of my morning, and that is when my 1-year-old goes to sleep, and then my 4-year-old and my 5-year-old are with me. And if you didn't know, we like to homeschool, so we use a lot of the good and beautiful, but we also like to unschool, so we do a lot of life skills. So that could be cooking with me, it could be gardening, it could be book work, it could be me making up a lesson. I am a resigned teacher, so I do have a lot of my old lessons, and I used to teach art, so we have a lot of fun creating together, and I find that really strengthens our bond and it keeps our schooling going. We are going to school all through the summer here, and then we will go into the fall. I'm still trying to get a grasp on Pennsylvania's homeschool laws. It's a little different than Colorado. So homeschool and my work is kind of done in that time frame, and then I try and put my phone down as much as I can. I don't want to be on it any more than I need to, but again, I do like making these connections with all of you, so responding to comments, having these conversations are really helpful. So that is the fifth step of my morning and the swap that I made. So if you work from home, that could be something that you could do for your morning, and I hope that's helpful. But I've gotten these questions and I'm trying to make this video for you to just show you how my day-to-day goes, and hopefully you can implement some of these if they sound appealing to you. And then last but not least is the cleanup, you know, that routine part of my day. So I get daily chores done. We no longer have chickens and ducks, so I don't really have to do much with their coop, but we're in full garden season. So the goal is to care for the garden, and I try and put something up every day, whether that be dehydrating herbs, making some sort of tincture. I could be canning, which probably takes me a day or two. I could be pulling weeds, cutting flowers, anything really. I just try and do something to keep the garden sustainable, if that makes sense. And then I try and get my day-to-day chores done, and that routine has truly helped me. And I know being a stay-at-home mom can seem very mundane for some, but I find it to be just fulfilling work, and I get to be with the kids. So then I wanted to talk about some things that I just have implemented in my life within the last year that have really helped me. I went on accounts that didn't really bring me joy. I am on social media, and I was seeing a lot of negativity. So anything that brought me, you know, negativity, I unfollowed, I unsubscribed, I did whatever I needed to do. I picked up different hobbies, learning to, you know, sew a different pattern, learning to garden, of course, and I'm always trying to learn something. So I took my herbalist course through the Herbal Academy, and now I'm certified. That was something that I was working on, but that has kept me busy. So keeping yourself busy in a time of stress, especially now in 2024, it's an election year, and I know a lot of us are stressed out. So I encourage you to turn off the screens, turn off the news. That's probably bad of me as a content creator, because that would mean you don't watch my videos, but if it brings you more joy, that's what's important. I encourage everyone to find their spiritual side, and I'm not pushing anything on anybody, but find that connection and find what you're truly living for, because at the end of the day, it is so important to know that, and then you can start to get to know yourself if you don't already. Get to know your mind, your body, and that spiritual connection, because it truly has been a game changer for me, because now I can start instilling it in my kids. It has been a long journey. I'm 34 now, so it's taken me a while to get on the path that I needed to, and I'm constantly learning. I am in no way, shape, or form saying I am living the perfect life right now, but I find that it has been, again, a game changer. I have a lot of confidence in this way of life. I truly think I have found my calling when it comes to homesteading and homeschooling and being a stay-at-home mom. I never thought that this would be my path, but I truly feel the most fulfilled while I'm at home. So I encourage you to find where you're the most fulfilled, because it could look different for everyone. Alrighty, I'm gonna roll the footage for the giveaway winner right now, and I love that you stopped by today. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you so much for being here. It's just such an incredible community. Let me know if you try any of these wellness tips in the comment box down below, and don't forget to let me know those swaps that you want to make in the grocery store or locally. And then the next video or two will be that has to do with that. So again, I will catch you on the next one. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. Bye, y'all. I am using this extension pick a winner to pick a random comment. So here we go. Trina Ward, 84. You have won the giveaway. Congratulations. I'm super excited to gift you a few of my favorite wellness things that I like to keep in my arsenal. So email me at mountainmommaliving@gmail.com. It's linked in my description box, and we will get you all set up. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all. Never did I give in, just 'cause the thought of being vulnerable made me feel less than I am. I have never felt home till you entered my door, and from that moment I knew that a home is whatever you choose. That's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in. From that moment I knew that you were all I missed. Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause here in your arms I can finally let go. The rest of the world is outside when you make sure I'm
picture